Hey, Earl, today's podcast is brought to us by Audible.com. Get a free audiobook download at www.audibletrial.com/comedy podcast network.
That's Mr. Hepner to you, Mr. Scott Novel.
Oh, hey, I'm sorry, Earl Hebner. Look, it's free audiobook. You know, you seem like a man that likes to read.
I don't like to read.
You don't like to read?
I like listening to things. I have this little thing in my ear, and people tell me what to do.
Oh, well, hey, you can make your own decisions, you know. You can count to 3, you can count to 10, you can listen to books to however you want to.
I screw people.
You screw people.
People tell me to screw people, and I screw them.
Well, you get a free audiobook, Earl. The beauty is that you don't have to read anymore.
Are you telling me there's a book out there that's going to tell me to screw things? What's a possible book that could ever tell me to screw things?
A possible book that could ever tell you 50 Shades of Grey.
I'm sorry?
50 Shades of Grey.
What is that?
See, you're a referee who believes in black and white. That's what you wear. That you just see everything in a black and white sort of
wear
setting.
these stripes because it's what I believe.
Yeah, there's no shades of gray. Let me tell you, Earl, there's 50 Shades of Grey out there.
Are you telling me we live in a multi-tiered world where there's no such things as black and white, but just an ever-changing shade between?
No. E.L. James is telling you that.
Oh.
And I wouldn't even, I'm not going to read it to you. I'm not going to read you the book. You're not even going to read it yourself. You can get a free audiobook download of 50 Shades of Grey, Book 1 or Book 2. Doesn't matter where you start.
What can I listen to it on?
Audible. Go to audibletrial.com/comedy podcast network. You can have those, and there's over 100,000 titles to choose from, Earl. Think of how many shades of gray that is.
That's more than 50.
It is more than 50.
That's a lot.
If you don't get it, you're screwing yourself. Then it's Earl screwed Earl.
Story of my life.
Welcome, everyone, to Curtain Jerks right here on the Comedy Podcast Network. I'm Scott Narver.
And I'm Steve Sears.
Happy New Year!
Indeed, sir. Happy New Year to you, Scott.
Merry Christmas.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy holidays.
Happy how do you do?
Happy how do you do?
I like these warm-ups. This is how we warm up for the show. We just sort of let everything out. Just really get the holidays flowing, right?
Yeah, we don't watch wrestling for 2 hours beforehand to get you slightly caught up on a show.
No. If anything, that just kills my energy.
Yes.
I burnt my tea bags when I was trying to make hot water in a pot.
Hear that, ladies?
Yeah, I burnt my tea bags. Also, you're not supposed to boil tea bags in the pot of water, I've learned. Because that's how you burn your tea bags.
That's how you burn your tea bags. You're not supposed to do it.
It steeps too long.
Put it in your mug afterwards.
Yeah, put it in your mug. That's why I'm having Jack Swagger disassemble the stove in the break room.
I got it.
Thank you.
Doing it all right now. Anything I can do for you guys?
Nope, just good old Jack Swagger, as I like to call him, the liability killer.
Yep. Just teabagging your tea bag.
Thank you. Wait, I'm sorry, what?
Teabagging the tea bags.
Please don't do that.
Tap out now.
I'm tapping out.
All right.
I think you know what my New Year's resolution is?
What?
Giving up tea.
Really? Why are you giving up tea?
Oh, based on Jack Swagger putting his balls all over our tea bags.
Hey, that guy was a former world heavyweight champion.
It's true.
You should be lucky to have that
You should
tea.
be licking those tea bags.
Yeah. and the bags of which those teas have been bagged.
Speaking of which, we got a little serious there for a second. I don't have any resolutions. Do you?
No.
Yeah. I'm entering this year with a lot of optimism, I guess.
Clearly.
Yeah.
I have no resolutions.
I have no resolution.
No, my thing is I don't treat New Year's Day like that's the day to start something.
No, I felt like a couple weeks ago I sort of felt this change sort of coming over me.
Oh, yeah? Is that why you wear the tie?
No, I've just felt like dressing like a high school guidance counselor today for the show.
Well, you also got the cargo pants on.
Yeah, these are these M65 field pants with the front snap pockets.
Oh, yeah, those.
Those, obviously, Scott.
The N65?
M65. M65 field pants.
What makes them M65?
It was the issuing number. Like they're called Grenadier or Grenaditor
Oh, okay.
Like Grenadier pants.
Those are the pants you'd see on a guy in POW, Prisoners of War, the classic Nintendo game.
Yeah. I'd be the orange guy. You could be the green guy.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Race is getting along.
Did you ever watch the beginning of the arcade is a little cutscene where it's both of them huddling together, starting the fire somehow, and then the fuse goes, and then the door blows open, and then they fight their way through? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm familiar.
Yeah.
I'm familiar.
I played that at a campground once, I think in Norway, for like a good 4 hours.
That's a lot of quarters.
It's a lot of kroner, Scott. It's a lot of kroner.
Kroner? Is that the Norway quarter?
It's the currency.
Oh. That is a lot of kroners.
And with that exchange rate, gee.
Ugh. Yeah, don't tell me about exchange rates. I'm facing that in the face right now. Maybe I'll talk about that later.
But right
Maybe.
now, we should probably talk about how this is a comedy wrestling podcast.
Yeah.
For comedians living in Los Angeles.
If you're new to it and you're like, my New Year's resolution is I'm going to listen to more comedy wrestling podcasts. Oh, here's one.
Oh, and then it's, wait a minute. Oh, no resolutions. Click.
Yeah.
That's them turning it off on their stereo system that they plugged their iPod into.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the resolutions, it's don't do tomorrow what you can do today.
Yeah.
Chael Sonnen.
Chael Sonnen said that?
Yeah.
That's not bad.
You probably took it for somebody, but that's where I heard it from.
That's a good one. I think it's better to start sooner when it comes to resolutions than saying, in the new year, I'm going to go to the gym.
Yeah, I don't want to put that stuff off of, if I want to do something and I'm going to do it, do it. Don't wait for a day to start it. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Scott, I totally know what you're talking about. Today, I wanted to have a cranberry breakfast bar from the Coffee Bean, and I was like, I'm out of a cranberry breakfast bar.
Good.
I'm really stuck
Great.
on breakfast foods right now.
Good.
Tea and breakfast bars. Sorry.
And that pizza.
Oh, that was a pretty gnarly pizza.
You made gnarly pizza.
I made some pretty gnarly pizza.
For listeners around the world, he took a barbecue pizza and put Worcestershire sauce on it.
I tried to make it more barbecuey.
That
And
doesn't
wasn't
make it
the
more
problem.
barbecue.
It
You
was
made
the
it more.
onions. It was
you made
the
it more
onions and
British.
it was the onions and the garlic and the sriracha that really made it weird. The Worcestershire sauce.
And there was sriracha.
Yeah, the Worcestershire sauce really covered up everything.
I'm glad that you respect and love all our listeners around the world. Doesn't mean you need to put all the ingredients from all of our listeners around the world onto
let
one
everyone
pizza.
know that they're welcome to listen to the podcast. So I like to take a little bit of ingredients from every culture I can think of.
That's the pizza talking.
That's the pizza talking.
There's a lot of stuff going on in wrestling right now.
Yeah.
There's so many things. We had Brock Lesnar came back. We had
Do we have Tiger Eye Batista on his way?
Mm-hmm. So we got Batista, we got Brock, we've got champions. We've got a World Wrestling Entertainment World Heavyweight Champion.
Hey, that's a mouthful. Brock Lesnar could barely say it.
That's Randy Orton, and then we've also got 2-ish world champions on Impact. We've got AJ Styles, who is the new CM Punk, who just takes the title and leaves and goes
And his
defends it
Corvette
everywhere.
drives all the way across the ocean.
And then the current active champion, Magnus.
Man, and if there's somebody you want to put the future of a company on, those are some broad shoulders.
Mm-hmm. Very broad. And that 5 o'clock shadow?
Yeah, very tailored.
Mm-hmm.
Very tailored.
Yeah, that's trim.
That is trim.
I mean, not like on the streets trim.
no, yeah. Like, just like some sweet pussy. That's what you meant, right?
Yeah. Skirt.
Yeah, some real skirt. Now, what's funny about Magnus is we were watching that segment today where he's cutting a promo.
It's
and
from 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. That guy is losing his accent by the minute.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it is disappearing. I was like, I thought that guy had an accent. And it took about 2 minutes for him to get in it to finally say, girls.
I'm not up to date on the relationships of who's with who because I recently found out CM Punk's with AJ Lee.
Yeah, you're not a gossip, bro.
No, I'm not a gossip. But Magnus was going out with Mickie James.
What?
So perhaps
Wait, CM Punk is going out with AJ Lee?
Mm-hmm.
What about, but his best bud Daniel Bryan was going out with AJ Lee.
What about me?
What about Dolph Ziggler?
What about me?
What about Lita?
Me? Yeah, what about Lita? What happened?
About Lita?
I don't know.
Who was the other person? What about
Who
said that? What about
Bob?
No, there was a wrestler who said what about
Oh,
Who
what
was
about
it?
Raven?
what a stupid what about Raven?
Well, that's also so Raven.
Yeah, it's so Raven of
That's-
him to complain, to be the dirty masses and complain.
Why didn't they have a show together? Raven and Raven Simone.
For some reason I don't think they'd get along together. Maybe that's the comedy, I guess.
Maybe. I don't know. There's so many things coming up.
When did you hear that CM Punk and AJ Lee were
Everybody's been telling me
polishing each other's belts.
Everybody's been telling me that they're together.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what happened with this whole Lita thing, and it kind of makes me upset. As much as I like CM Punk, how much more do you need? How much more do you need in your life to have every single diva there is just conquer it? Unfair. And it goes along with, he's an asshole. We all know the guy's an asshole.
Come on. He's just a guy who believes strongly in the things that he believes, and he says it at the, what's the word? Oh, yeah, he says it at the risk of hurting people's feelings,
right.
Which he does.
I'm not knocking the guy because he's great. I love his stuff. I buy his merch, all that shit. But everybody has those CM Punk stories of when they first met him and like, yeah, he was an asshole because he treated him shitty. So girls going for the asshole. There's probably tons of sweethearts backstage. Nothing.
I just want to point out something. If
Zack Ryder.
If girls are going for the asshole, I hope they have a really straightforward, loving conversation beforehand to make sure that both people are comfortable with it.
Oh, consensual assholes.
That's the mature thing to do, Scott. Hey, look. If you want her
She's skipping around in CM Punk's asshole right now.
Look, if you want to be that asshole and have that asshole conversation, then maybe you need to make some moves.
I would love for AJ Lee to skip around in my asshole.
She wears
that
glasses.
is my New Year's
she
resolution.
Wears glasses.
Really?
Remember we met her. She wears glasses.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's like a Clark Kent Superman thing.
Yeah,
she takes those off. She skips around in my asshole.
Jesus. God, that sounds. Do you remember in Darkman? When you see him in
saw it like once.
You see there's like two sequences where they first they do the operation on him.
The movie with Liam Neeson.
Yeah, and then they put him on that thing where they rotate him upside down.
No, I don't remember this.
They put him on this rotating bed that goes upside down, finally goes crazy and escapes.
Mm-hmm.
If someone was skipping around inside your asshole, I imagined you in such traction that they have to put you upside down for some reason. To get one of those giant high top Converse out of there.
Well, another thing that happened is it's been revealed that Joseph Park is Abyss, and he is pretty much accepting of it now. And they keep busting Chris Park open, or Joseph Park.
Whoa, Scott, who is Chris Park?
That's Abyss's real name.
No. You have it scrawled on a napkin right there. You have Chris Park scrawled on a napkin,
right? And
you say today's guest, and you have 3 question marks.
Yeah, well, I'm very confused.
Hold on, are we talking to Chris Park today about this whole Abyss situation? Because I didn't even know there was a third brother, and now you're telling me there isn't even a brother. It's just Joseph Park and Abyss.
Well,
who is Chris Park?
Chris Park was when they put Abyss in the asylum, and they referred to him as Chris because he stabbed his father, the Sinister Minister, who was not called Sinister Minister in TNA. He was called
Satan's Red Shirt.
Yeah, Satan's Red Shirt of Kentucky Fried Chicken.
No, he looks like he just looks like a sex pervert. He looks like the guy you have to pay to get
I'm here to pick up your children from school.
Jesus, buddy. Like the polished hair, but he's got the Paul Heyman ponytail, and he's got the manicured mustache and goatee combo that looks like a tarantula trying to escape out of his mouth.
He does great shows at the Magic Castle.
Yeah, that's where I've seen him before, the Magic Castle.
Yeah, and he's a server there, too.
What is that guy's fucking name? It is going to... Sinister Minister is a great name, but it's...
Well, that was what he was called in ECW.
It's like Darkwave McGrave.
I'll look it up. But what I was going to say is they keep busting him open on TV, and I haven't seen people bleed in wrestling for a long time. I haven't even been watching old stuff recently.
Yeah, so anytime
he's
you see
gushing blood, and it creeps me out.
He's a big guy. Now. He's a big guy. He's pumped. He's pumping full of it.
Yeah, but it's totally fucking freaky. James Mitchell.
Is that what they're calling him?
That's what they were calling him, James Mitchell.
I don't know. Well,
yes.
So there's Abyss.
Yes.
And there's Joseph Park.
Yes.
Who you're saying is the same person.
Yes.
I'm put this out there.
You're positing.
I'm positing this theory that Chris Park is another person entirely.
You think he's another person?
Obviously, I thought you had that list on that napkin saying that you wanted to get Chris Park in here.
I'd love to get. Look at all the names on here of all the people I'd like to get.
You're not going to get this guy.
What do you mean?
And this guy? You're not going to get any of this guy. That's why you got Chris Park underlined 3 times.
You don't think I can get Pete Rose on this show?
I don't think you get Pete Rose.
He's a WWE Hall of Famer, that guy.
Maybe if you have a cigar or something for him.
Drew Carey? You don't think I can get Drew Carey on this show?
I think we can
He's a comedian.
I think we could get. I honestly think we could
Bob
get
Uecker?
No, couldn't get
These
Bob
are all
Uecker.
Hall of Famers.
We could get Drew Carey on the show. Bet we could get Drew Carey on the show.
You think so?
Yeah.
We have enough hookers and blow?
Yeah, I think so. He doesn't do hookers, does he?
anymore. I'm not sure.
Probably not.
Strippers.
$50 ticket.
Strippers.
$50 tips for waffles. $50 tips for waffles.
For waffles?
Did somebody say $50 tips for waffles? Hi, Chris Park. How are you? Abyss's brother.
Hi. I'm confused.
Me too. I said wassels by accident.
Wassels.
Wassels.
You're Chris Park.
Yeah, I'm just like Abyss, but skinny.
I'm really thrown here. It looks like you have the same tattoos and long hair and stuff, but those look like henna tattoos, and that's a wig.
And this is a plastic chain too. I can't handle a real one. Yeah.
Okay, that's why it's also not making any noise in the microphone. That's why you're not hearing a chain.
It's plastic.
Yeah, it's plastic. What is your story? What is your story? I'm not familiar with you.
Well, back when people thought Abyss and Joseph Park were two different guys, I was the third brother.
I never recall a mentioning of a third brother.
They kept me in development for a long time because they wanted to bring out the third guy, but they never had a place for me, so they just had me in the back working out.
And you're
but
working
I can't do a lot of high-density workouts, so I have to do a lot of stretching and yoga. That's why I'm so skinny.
Your workout consists of you doing the Abyss pose when he brings his arms together and then crossing them?
Yeah.
And your shoulders seem to be popping and you're just making mean faces.
Those are my angel wings.
Those are your angel wings.
Yeah, built like a 14-year-old boy.
That's exaggerating.
Yeah.
Because I'm built like a 14-year-old boy.
But now everybody knows the truth, that Joseph Park and Abyss are the same guy, so I'm just the second brother.
Okay, there was never any mention of you on television, and that's where the lore comes from. If you're not mentioned on TV as another brother, I don't know if you really exist.
Hey, you're telling me, man. I never made it out of research and development.
I mean,
they grew me in a lab.
You know what?
I'm just kidding. I'm a real boy.
I'm remembering this now. There was Judas Macias.
Who's Judas Macias?
He is Abyss's brother.
Who?
Judas Macias.
Gesundheit.
Well, thank you very much. He is the son of James Mitchell, who is Abyss's brother. He was a wrestler that brought in, and he's crazy.
Kind of like Kane to Abyss's Undertaker.
Exactly.
Except that he's more of a Kane. Abyss is more of a Kane-Mankind mixture.
So you're not Judas Macias, who is Chris Park, who is just lost a bunch of weight?
No, I'm just Chris Park.
Okay, this is very confusing, I must admit.
Do you need to talk to my lawyer?
You have a lawyer?
Yeah, I got the best lawyer in Florida.
Who's your lawyer?
Joseph Park.
Shut up.
Park, and Park.
Is he your brother?
Yeah, I thought I covered that. He's my brother and my lawyer. He's my broyer.
If he's not on TV, it just confuses me.
He's my brother, he's my lawyer, he's my broyer, or he's my lover.
All right.
How else am I supposed to make a postmanteau?
I guess we'll talk to him then.
All right.
He's just standing in the corner.
Joseph.
He's bleeding.
Joseph, clean off your face. Joseph, clean off your face.
This is not the time.
But yeah, this is the time.
This is the time.
This is the time. I need you to talk for me and explain my situation. They never let me on TV. They never let me on TV.
Due to circumstances that are unknown, my brother Chris Park could not be on television. So therefore, he was betrayed by Abyss and by myself. He was betrayed.
Thank you. See, curtain jerks, huh? That's how you get an explanation from a lawyer.
I am more confused now than I was to start.
Hey,
there are two champions in TNA. There's a third mystery brother. I just remembered about Judas Macias. Where the fuck did James Mitchell go? What is happening? Hey. I don't understand the family tree of the Parks.
Look, just get used to it. It's a new year. You just need to be open and optimistic, all right?
I am trying to be very optimistic, but it's very confusing what's happening in TNA. Ethan Carter III helped out Dixie choosing a champion, but he turned on both competitors and then raised the hand of Magnus after he won, and Magnus was cool with him, like shoving him off the ladder and stuff like that. I'm confused about allegiances right now. I don't know where your allegiance is.
Whoa, Scott, you're acting like TNA's got a well-thought-out plan for what their programming's like.
You're
telling me like you're expecting great things from this company that's just sort of rewinding storylines every couple of months.
Well, I like the show.
I like it too. I wish I could be on it.
I wish you could too, so I can make sense of this, make heads or tails.
Hey, maybe I'll be back someday. Maybe I won't.
That's true. You have both options up there. And well, hey, here's a way of perhaps you staying. Why don't you leave your plastic chain here for us?
Hey, maybe I will. Maybe I'll put it on the wall of wrestling memorabilia you got.
Oh, that's quite a big wall with only
this plastic chain
yep.
on it.
It's our first thing that anybody's left here.
Hey, something for the new year.
Thanks, Chris Park.
Hey, you got it, Scott Narva, Steve Sears.
I don't know. Was that guy really Chris Park?
You know, I feel like I'm so out of touch with TNA sometimes. I don't know who's who.
Sometimes?
Sometimes.
All the times?
Sinister Minister is a great name. Why would you name someone James Mitchell? Jim Mitchell sounds like a guy who should be in the Iron Man suit.
Ooh, I like that. I like that. Well, I don't even know what to get to. Oh, we have Old School Raws coming up as well.
Ooh.
That's fun.
Didn't we just have one of those last year?
Probably.
Right around the same time?
I don't know. I don't know when it was. But listeners, I don't know if you caught the most surprising person that they showed once on television amongst the montage of, you got your Bob Backlunds, you got Booker T, you got DDP.
You got your Roddy Pipers.
Mm-hmm.
I think I just said Roddy Pipers.
Yeah, a lot of standards.
Yeah.
And then Scotty to Hotty.
Just in the mix. Just for like a 1.5 seconds.
Yeah. He hasn't been on TV in a long time.
No.
And then you're wondering, well, where's Grandmaster Sexay?
Where's Grandmaster Sexay?
This is going to be weird to bring out Scotty to Hotty.
No Grandmaster Sexay?
It's going to be something where, okay, calling it now. Xavier Woods, Funkasaurus, he's coming out with that.
Okay, and
Like-
Grandmaster Sexay is like, they cut to him at home watching on TV?
Just with a shirt that's not long enough, a little paunch, and some chip crumbs on there, some Pringles. He's a big Pringles guy,
And
I think.
wearing those Japanese workout pants?
Mm-hmm. And drinking some IBC cream soda.
Ooh, those are good stuff.
It is good stuff. Vanilla water.
It's just straight up vanilla
That's what they call it in Tennessee. Vanilla water.
I hope you have some of that vanilla water for me. I see everybody's got some.
So they'll cut to him live via satellite, and he'll just go, "Oh, dang it, that was today."
Oh, Rikishi, the Usos are probably going to be doing some dancing?
Mm-hmm.
Man, why?
I think Scotty Tuati's going to get in that Xavier Words, R-Truth, Funkasaurus feud.
You think he's, in the feud?
Mm-hmm. Because I think there's going to be some dancing and saying like, "Hey, man, it's all good." They're going to let him talk, and you're going to go, "This is what I don't remember about Scotty Tuati.
Him
Those
talking.
scintillating promos."
I remember thinking that guy was 40 wearing hip-hop clothes for teenagers back almost 15 years ago.
Lugs.
Yeah, I remember looking at him being like, that guy looks really old to be wearing all that cool gear. Both of those guys looked like it.
You know what I heard, that how he was able to spike his hair like that? You know what he used?
What do you use?
Toothpaste.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
People used to use Elmer's glue back in high school.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Or egg whites.
What? That's disgusting.
It sticks.
Yes.
It's very sticky.
That's horrible.
Yes, it makes a very big mess.
So I'm excited for that. And TNA's got stuff coming up. I'll mention this now. They've got the UK tour coming up in the UK.
Oh, okay.
And
Better than the UK tour of across Southeast Asia, which is just a fusion that I'm not ready for.
because they really push.
Or is Southeast Asia, you know?
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, honestly, maybe, well, the UK and Southeast Asia, not so much. I mean, unless it was some sort of French colonization thing. You know what? Getting lost in the old textbook of the old brain pan up here.
Probably
Scott.
thinking about Chris Park too much.
Yeah, cut me off sooner.
So they got the UK tour coming up, and I might go.
Do it.
I don't know if I will. I might. This was something
Now-
I talked about in passing with Dixie Carter when I met her at Bound for Glory. And she had mentioned it, that I mentioned friends of the show at Wrestle Talk TV, Joel and Kat and Tom and all them. And she says, "You should come on out to the UK tour." And I was like, ha, 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 ha. Very funny.
Now, if you were to go on the UK tour, would you go to every stop or just one?
Probably 2 out of the 4, because then it gets into Scotland territory, which I hear is not close by. It's like 8-9 hours away.
Yeah.
It's like driving from Los Angeles to San Francisco.
If San Francisco was cold and foggy, which it is.
Yeah. And
Oh, that
I'm a
was a-
Scot. I should go.
Yeah.
But
Scotsland.
I'd have to convince someone to take me.
That would be weird.
They drive on the other side of the road over there.
Well, it's not like they're driving backwards.
Aren't they?
Well, to us.
Exactly. That's what confuses me. It's like a bunch of Chris Parks driving over there.
Can you drive stick shift?
No.
What I'd like to drive a car with
55?
I can't. I'd like to, but I can't.
Oh.
Driving on the right-hand side in the car, I don't know if I could do stick shift because I don't know if the accelerator and the clutch are reversed also. The modulator for the gearbox using the manipulator.
Right. Mm-hmm. And then if it doesn't go right, you turn on the postulator.
Yeah, the postulator. I wonder what'll get us out of this.
Pete Postlethwaite to the rescue.
He's dead.
Yeah. So that can't happen.
Yeah.
That's why he never comes to the rescue. If you're wondering, hey, I wonder when Pete Postlethwaite's going to help.
Hey, great party, guys. When's Pete Postlethwaite getting here?
2/3 of our audiences went, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, but the
I was
1/3
already confused at the Chris Park shit.
Yeah, but the 1/3 is like, yeah, that badass hunter from Jurassic Park Lost World, the dad from Inception, the creepy guy from the Aeon Flux movie.
The priest from Romeo and Juliet.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Who else you got?
Nothing.
Oh, Mr. Kobayashi from Usual Suspects.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I might go. I
think you should do it.
I am wondering.
Listeners, say out loud if Scott should go. Yes.
Scream at your stereo system where your iPod is hooked up. So I'm considering it. I might go. It'd be great because I could get some UK wrestler interviews. I could go see some indie shows. I could get exposed to the UK scene. A long time ago, you guys sent me clips, and I haven't kept up on it. And the UK wrestlers I should check out. And are there guys I should talk to? Are there guys that I need to be aware of their matches? This could happen.
The future is now, Scott.
The future is now. Oh, it's right now.
It's right now.
Yeah. So I don't know. I might do this. But one of the things I wanted to get to today was Mark Henry. Mark Henry, who is a frequent guest on this program, he came out to, it seemed like Brock Lesnar came back on Raw, and Mark Henry challenged him. He just came out, and, maybe there's one alpha male, and Mark Henry thought it was him, and no words were spoken.
No. Just straight to violence.
Straight to violence. He just came out there, and Brock Lesnar just took him out right away. And Mark Henry threw him over the banister, but no, Brock took him out. I want to know what the reasoning was behind all of this.
Yeah.
Why didn't Mark Henry say anything? Does he think his song just covers all of his actions? Someone's going to get their ass kicked. Someone's going to get their butt licked. Jump
them up. Does it really say that, butt licked?
I'm
pretty
sure.
You put that in there.
I'm pretty sure.
You put that in there.
Academy Award winners, 3-6 Mafia. I think they mentioned butt licked.
Is it 3-6 Mafia?
Yeah, it's 3-6 Mafia.
Not bad.
Not bad. Or were they nominated?
Didn't they win?
I don't know.
For Hustle and Flow?
I don't know. A couple black guys? 3 black guys?
That wouldn't be the first time.
3 black guys have won before? Oh, that's right. Cuba, Gooding, and Junior.
Yes. the triplets. Those triplets who make up one incredible performance.
Yeah, they wear a trench coat and they form one Cuba Gooding Jr.
Not the first time a bunch of black guys in the music or film industry have been completely underrepresented. Heyo! I don't have the history to back that up, so I don't know.
Hey guys.
It's Mark Henry, everybody. Mark Henry's here.
Hi man, what's up?
You seem a little downtrodden.
Yeah, I'm a little down.
Well, you look a little beat up too.
Yeah.
Are your ribs taped up?
Yeah.
You use white tape or black tape?
Doesn't matter, man. Sometimes I use both. They're both the same.
Well,
they got cultural differences, but it's not like one tape's stronger or better than the other.
Well, I didn't know if, that maybe... Look, you got beat up on Raw. What happened?
I don't know, man. I was just going down that ring to say hi to Brock Lesnar, welcome him back, and he just kneed me right in the chest.
You were welcoming him back?
Yeah, man. He was there, and I wanted to let him know from one big, strong guy to another big, strong guy, how do you do?
Well, you took your shirt off.
Yeah, that's how strong guys greet each other.
That is?
You never seen 2 strong guys greet each other before?
Look at me. I have the body of a Chris Park.
Maybe you should take that t-shirt off more often when you greet other skinny guys.
Well, that's a whole different culture that you don't understand, Mark Henry.
You've never been at a party before and taking your shirt off because it makes a punchline to a joke way better?
How do you know about that?
Because everybody knows it's what skinny guys do. You tell a joke, you get to your punchline, you pull your shirt off, and you scream like a wild man.
That's why I have trouble doing live shows.
It's true.
Because if it doesn't work, then you're just really embarrassed. As you probably were, because Brock Lesnar didn't seem to understand the strong guy code.
Yeah, man. I think he understood it. I think he just disregarded the strong guy code.
Oh.
Another thing on the strong guy code? A firm handshake.
Right.
A shoulder pat.
That's what Triple H and Brock Lesnar shared that.
Yeah, it's a handshake, and then you pat the guy on the shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you got to do a hug, you do the quick step in with the handshake hug, and then a slap on the back and a step back.
Yeah, or the uncomfortable man hug. That's what us skinny guys do.
Describe it to me.
All right. Well, so Kier, go to hug me.
All right,
And then I go right in deep underneath your breast.
Oh, yeah, I can see that. It's like your tiny little baby bird trapped inside my giant embrace.
Uncomfortable, right?
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Man, I'm so sad.
Will you please let me go?
I'm so sad, Scott.
Please let me go, Mark Henry.
All right, I'm sorry.
This is not a Brumsky I want.
Oh, man, I just said I was going to let you go, but I didn't even let you go.
No, you didn't.
I'm so strong.
What? You've got your fingers all over my face.
Look at that. I can feel your tiny breath through the calluses on my hand.
Please don't break my neck, a la Lenny of Mice and Men.
Look at you. You're so fragile and gentle.
Yeah, please don't. Please don't.
All right. Strong guy code begets that I shall release you.
Please don't shove me down your waist. Don't shove me down your waistline.
3, 2, 1. Now I'll just shuffle you out my pants leg.
Ah! Ow.
You all right?
Yeah, I'll be fine. That was a very uncomfortable place to be.
Hey, well,
I know why they call you the world's strongest man now, huh?
Yeah, I'm very strong.
Yeah, your dick slapped me on the way down.
Oh, is that what that big bruise is on your face?
Yeah.
Well, look, when the strong guy code has been activated, you also have to have your war cry, your warrior's shout.
Yeah, the war cry.
Did you hear it?
Well, I heard Brock Lesnar's war cry. It was very high-pitched.
Yeah, he's kind of a strange guy.
How do you feel about his war cry? Does that make him less of a man?
Oh, man, that shit's scary. So unexpected. It's like an eagle trapped inside of a dinosaur's body.
Would you ever adopt that war cry?
I don't know if I could get that pitch, but I could try. You want me to try?
Yes, but
You don't want me to activate any sort of violence upon you to activate that war
Please
cry.
no, if you could stand across from me.
I guess I'll just use my giant world's strongest imagination.
That's I'm looking forward to that children's book that you have coming out.
World's strongest imagination?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. WSM.
That's true. You don't have to change a thing.
All right, here I go. Hold on.
Okay. He's That's pretty impressive.
I was trying to do that Brock Lesnar one. It's real hard.
That is the Brock Lesnar one. But what's yours? I mean, we've heard it on TV before, but could you do it for us now?
It's a little bit more of a lower register. It's a little bit more like this. No!
Why, you fogged up the windows in here.
Yeah. But I still get that Brock Lesnar end tone. You hear that right at the end?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no matter what, you go right up at the end.
That's just strong man. That's the strong man. It's the tiny men inside us trying to escape our strong bodies.
The tiny men inside of you trying to escape your strong bodies?
Oh, yeah. Not like the tiny man who's inside of each of us. It's just inside each of us, we put a tiny man.
So like the small Goodings or juniors that are inside of you?
No, like a Scott Nava.
There's a Scott Narver inside every strong man?
No, there very well could be a Scott Nava inside this strong man. Not in a sexual way, but in a forceful, uncomfortable way.
So like
it makes you feel like less of a person.
Like you just shoving me up your ass to prove a point to me.
To prove a real point to you.
Please don't.
Make you feel like less of a person. Yeah.
Please don't.
No, that's the dark side of the strongman code.
I don't want to be in the dark. I don't want to be in the dark side.
It's about hurting people. Yeah.
I don't want to be in the dark side of the strongman code. Being inside of your ass.
All right.
It's not my world. It's not my world.
No, man. What's your code?
My code is to just stay away from strongmen so they don't hurt me.
Scott, actually, we've got the skinny guy code.
You're mildly in shape.
Yeah, but what's the skinny guy code?
Okay.
Handshake?
Yeah.
Hoo ya da da, hoo ya da 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 pa da pa dow.
You know, I just remembered about the skinny guy code, the first part of the handshake.
Yeah.
Really upsets Indians.
Hoo da da, hoo da 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 ba pa da pa dow.
That's why I can't go to Pachanga anymore.
That's true. We can't do that.
Hey, that's pretty cool. You skinny guys gotta stick together.
Well, thanks, Mark Henry. I hope things get better.
Yeah.
How's it gonna be between you and Brock Lesnar now?
I don't know about Brock Lesnar, but me and Brock Lesnar are gonna have some words.
Well, his dog Brock Lesnar is on the warpath too, I hear.
Well, top secret project, but that's part of the Brock Lesnar animated series. Got Brock Lesnar, and Paul Heyman's his talking car.
What? Paul Heyman's the talking car?
You heard it here first. Paul Dini's writing it.
What? It's going to be layered and awesome.
Yeah, Bruce Timm's doing character design. It's going to be pretty great.
Holy shit, I'm way excited for that now.
Don't be. Todd McFarlane's producing it.
Nope, still excited.
All right.
Gotta tell you, I like the HBO show.
See you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.
Wow. Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar's dog.
Brock Lesnar, the animated series.
Oh, that's amazing.
I'd watch the shit out of that.
I would watch that until I shit. Until it's just,
out of it.
You know the kids that die from playing video games too long and they don't eat?
Better than the kids that die because, bad water and they shit themselves to death.
Yeah, those kids got to get a Brita.
Yeah, you hear that, Africa?
Yeah. Please subscribe to the podcast. Give us 5 stars, rate and review, and buy a Brita. So it is time for Jerk Tweets. Each week, go to twitter.com and follow us at Curtain Jerks and send us your hashtag Jerk Tweets. First one we got here is from the old friend Simply Neil1.
Ooh, welcome back, Neil.
He's back. He says, you're given a tag title shot, but you have to pick a partner. Who do you choose?
First choice, obviously you, Scott.
Of course.
But Fantasy World.
Fantasy World in which they just go, you know what, you guys will just dominate for too long. You can't.
You know what? Handicap yourselves.
Right, handicap yourselves.
I'm thinking of Seth Rollins.
Oh,
it'd be a good
same
tag
beard between you two.
Mm-hmm.
It's the exact same beard right now.
I'm clean cut. He's a little bit of a wild man. I think it's a good. It's a little bit of a
clean cut on the hair on top of your head,
Yeah.
not the facial hair. You guys have the exact same beard right now.
That's our unity.
Right. So, Sears and Seth Sears.
Sears and Rollins.
Sears. Is that what you're gonna call? That's the tag team name? I'm trying to come up with a tag team name for you
what do we
guys.
got? How about Tactical Assault? Tack ass.
I like it.
Yeah.
Tack ass. Okay.
But it's Tactical Assault, but Tackus for short, and it's spelled Tacas. Tackus.
Tackus. Okay, that's good. You know what? All right, I am gonna go. You're going WWE. I'm gonna go TNA.
All right.
I'm gonna go TNA, and I'm gonna go
Necro Butcher.
Well, he hasn't been hired yet.
Well, you guys are built exactly the same. You and Necro Butcher.
Well, yeah. When I'm 40, I'll have the same body as him, and then when I'm 80, I'll have the same body as Bruce Dern in the movie Nebraska.
Nice.
So excited for that!
Looking forward to it.
Oh God, I'm gonna die so sad. I would say my tag team partner in TNA is gonna be Kurt Angle.
All right.
Because he's not winning, he's losing all the time. I figure I'll be there to help him out.
What's his hometown?
Pittsburgh.
Okay.
What's the other place? Philadelphia. Oh, what's Philadelphia?
Isn't he Pennsylvania? Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania?
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
He's from Pittsburgh, which is in Pennsylvania.
Right. Okay. Right. That's where he's from.
Okay. I think I got your name.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's her name?
The Texas-Pennsylvania Crossroads.
Texas, Pennsylvania Crossroads?
Mm-hmm.
TPX?
Yeah, I like it. TPX.
TPX. All right. TPX.
Or Texas-Pennsylvania Express, I think is pretty good, too. Tex-Pen X.
Yeah, also a local prison.
Tex-Pen X.
Yeah, but me and Kurt Angle, I'll step up that guy's intensity a little bit.
What's your combination move that you guys do in
Oh,
conjunction?
the combination move?
Yeah.
He's giving the ankle lock to somebody, and then I just get in the guy's face and I go, yeah! You gonna tap? Huh? You gonna tap? And then every time the guy goes to tap, I just give him low fives.
Oh, you guys are heels. Mm-hmm. That's great.
So he's not really tapping out, and I just go to the ref like, oh yeah, he's just giving me low fives.
Oh man, he's really happy.
Mm-hmm.
What I do is I get on all fours like a bench, like a little bench.
Yes.
And I get behind whoever our opponent is, and Seth Rollins does that fucking fly enziguri move, the flying knee.
To you?
Yeah, just to really prove a point.
That's crazy. Phenom Classic says, does Jeff Hardy have any plans now that he's retired? Hashtag fuck you, Scott.
Whoa, God, that's really...
I don't know.
That's weird.
I mean, I just turned heel with Kurt Angle. I don't know if that...
that's very sudden, Scott. It's very sudden.
I mean, Twitter's quick and all, but I didn't think it'd be that
Those
fast.
chants cut. Those chants cut.
Yeah, hashtag fuck you, Scott. Hashtag fuck you, Scott. God.
How do you
social media?
How do you deal with that criticism when you're in the ring, Scott? How do you deal with those meanies?
I feed off of it.
Yeah, do you feed off it?
I feed off of it.
So
it really
like,
drives me.
So you'll really listen to the crowd and really just base your match off that.
Because then I go, hey, guess I'm an asshole. Look out, knockouts in the back. You can't resist.
Call back to earlier.
Mm-hmm. Then I am fuckable.
You're
For that wrestling fans, you turn heel, you are then fuckable.
I like that.
Get out of your mother's basement. You are now fuckable.
I'm a big fan of basements. Basements, nice carpet, good. Yeah,
Now you sound like James Mitchell.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of basements. I really like it when it's a chill place to hang out. You know, a flat screen, some carpets, some very comfortable couches. Not to mention a sex dungeon where I'm torturing a cat with a spatula.
Not to mention. What is Jeff Hardy going to do now? I was catching Steve up on this a little bit. In case you're not an avid TNA watcher, okay, I'll catch you up to speed.
I was talking to him actually about our new special assignment, and I talked to him and I was like, hey, why don't you go on special assignment for yourself? Why don't you tell us, like, why don't you do
an inner journey?
An exclusive on Jeff Hardy. And he thought it was a great idea. Strangely enough, I was only talking to him like 2 hours ago, so he already is paging me with he's got his story.
Well, because that's when you found out about this. I should have told you right away because Jeff Hardy lost the TNA title in a match against Magnus. He didn't have it, but he had the opportunity to win it, and then he lost the rematch, and if he didn't win, then he was going to walk away and quit, and apparently that's what he's done. I don't know if he's retired. I don't know if he's quit, but I really should have given you word about this sooner because our special correspondent, Jeff Hardy, does these.
Well, what I'm telling you, Scott, is I don't think I need the time because I already talked to him, and in 2 hours he's already saying he's got the what's the word? He called it a Pulitzer. He's got a Pulitzer Prize-winning story on himself.
I'm concerned because normally we send Jeff out on these tasks to report on something, and then he does something entirely different that we paid him for.
I'm concerned because I think it's pronounced Pulitzer.
Well, that's your concern, and my concern is the show. So,
yeah.
All right. Is he here? Do you have him on the phone? Like what?
He's been on hold apparently.
Oh, okay. Well, then let's patch him through. Everybody, our special correspondent, TNA, maybe former TNA wrestler Jeff Hardy.
Everybody, find your time, find your time. Hey, what time? Looking for the time. Gotta catch my bus. Catch my bus.
Jeff Hardy?
Yes. Hello.
You're live with Curtain Jerks.
Oh, hello. Scott and I received Sears. Hey, thanks for having me on the show today, guys.
It's our pleasure. We are really excited about your Pulitzer
Prize-winning story. You know, I didn't write it down, so I don't think I'm going to win, but I just want to let you guys know I got a big scoop for you.
You think that's what's the only way you can win a Pulitzer is by writing it down?
Hey, look, man, if I need to find some napkins and write down my story, I can.
Okay.
Jeff Hardy, my story.
Well, I'd hate for you to not be eligible. I mean, this is written down digitally. People could hear this, and you could still be eligible, I would think.
I suppose. You guys do some sort of transcription?
Well, we have a guy that can do transcription work for us.
Hope he's handsome.
Well, yeah, he is.
All right, look.
It's taken, ladies.
Let's get down to business.
Okay, Jeff, what is the story about Jeff Hardy?
I'm glad you asked that, man. It's really important that everybody knows what's going on with me.
Mm-hmm.
I've retired.
You've retired?
I've retired.
You've retired from wrestling?
I've retired from wrestling.
You've retired from wrestling?
I'm retired.
What now? What are you going to do?
I'm super retired.
What?
I'm retired.
You're retired?
I'm retired.
You slip in between I'm retired and I'm retard.
I'm retired.
Now, a retard in music is you're getting quieter. There's a retard. So is that you stepping away? You're retired. You're now retard?
I'm sorry.
So you'll slowly be quiet?
Are you going to have to check the transcript on this? I'm retired.
I'm going to take that as in music, because you're a musician, you're slowly stepping away and you're getting quieter as time goes on.
Hey, man, thank you. I am in music. everybody thinks it's a joke, and I am music.
No.
I am music.
I know it for both. I know it as a joke, and I know that you're in music, and I like it for both.
Yeah, I'm available on TNA Shop Zone.
They don't have a shop zone. That's
The
WWE's
inner workings of
TNA
my
shop.
musical soul.
TNAshop.com in
Yeah.
case you want to move some product.
Yeah, it's my. I got an album. All right.
Well,
I appreciate it.
So you're retard.
I'm retired.
What is next then? If you're leaving the world of wrestling, what next for Jeff Hardy?
Well, I'll tell you what. I was sitting by my big fireplace, and we had this big roaring fire, and I was sitting on my giant tiger rug, and Matt Hardy was on the couch. That's my brother, Matt Hardy.
Yeah.
And he was all like, hey, what do you want to do now that you're retired? And I'm like, now that I'm retired, I don't know, but I feel like, man, God, I just want to get high.
What?
Just want to get so high.
Okay, wait.
But
you know we're recording.
That's all I said I wanted to do. Because I can get high all the time. Team Extreme.
Okay, well, you're a daredevil. I'm gonna immediately assume that you referring to wanting to get high is you're a daredevil.
That's
and
preposterous. I have a history of drug abuse. You obviously know I mean get high.
I'm
not
trying to
gonna
skew
do
it.
it, but I wanted you. I wish you'd clarify.
Okay. So you have the history of drug abuse,
And
and
even if I have a history of drug abuse, you think I'm clean? I still recreationally use drugs.
Jeff, this is not good because before your house burnt down and your dog died in a fire, and this is well documented.
What?
Yes, you had your dog died in a fire, so you're talking about wanting to get high. You had a fire in your house. You could have burnt your other dog, Matt Hardy.
What a bummer.
You don't remember this?
I had no idea.
Jeff, okay.
I gotta check my newspaper clippings. I got a big book of clippings of all my stories in it.
Wouldn't those have gone in the fire?
Oh man, my clippings! My clippings! I knew getting retired and lose my clippings.
Okay, Jeff. Look, I didn't mean to bring you down, but I'm trying to speak in a positive way.
Let me finish my story. You want to know what I'm going to do
Yes.
now that I'm retired and
Yes.
I don't have my clippings?
Yeah, so you want to get high, but you're not going to get high.
Nah, man, Scout's honor.
Good. Oh, were you a scout?
Yeah, most high-flying, high scout you got.
Okay, I don't know if they qualify
Look,
him that way.
Scott, so Matt Hardy said, he was like, brother, now that you're retired, what do you want to do? And I looked at him and I was like, man, I want to open a restaurant.
Really?
Yeah.
You're going to open a restaurant?
Hell yeah.
Where is this going to be? Is this going to be in North
Hey,
Carolina?
stay out of my life.
Why?
I'll share it with you when I'm ready. Don't you ever tell me how to run my life. I'll get high or retarded or stop my restaurant when I want to.
I'm not trying to run your life. I'm just trying to figure out what we're paying for.
Well, speaking of paying for it, I'm looking for investors for my new restaurant.
That's great. Hey, Jeff, if I were to invest in this restaurant, where might the location be?
Florida.
Okay, Florida. That's where Hogan's Beach is,
Yeah, well, that's Hogan's Beach. I'm fucking... Ooh, excuse my language.
I don't think that's the concern. You talked about wanting to get high.
Oh, man. It's
and
pardon
called yourself
pardon
retarded.
my language. I'm retarded now, and I got my clippings. Last thing I want is to have a transcript clipping of me saying the F word.
Okay, well, Jeff...
Orlando.
Okay,
It's in
Orlando.
Orlando.
That's all. Okay.
Clearwater.
Clearwater
and Orlando. We're having two locations.
Two locations. So you're getting the Florida market.
Yeah.
Okay. What is the theme of this restaurant?
Well, let me just tell you the title, all right?
Oh, I didn't know if we're going to work that way. Okay.
Team Mmmm Is Steam.
Okay. Team
Mmmm.
as in Campbell's good,
Yum.
like yummy.
Team
Esteem?
Esteem.
Is steam or esteem as in
Is
self-esteem?
steam.
Is steam.
Yeah.
So it's all steamed
It's a
food?
steamed restaurant, man.
Steamed restaurant.
Mhm.
Okay.
Got steamed French fries.
Ew.
Got yourself steamed burgers.
No.
Got yourself steamed clams, but those are fried.
Okay. That doesn't make any sense. Okay.
Team Esteem.
Will you be having any pot stickers or perhaps some normally steamed foods?
Oh, that's a great idea. You should do traditionally steamed foods in
Yeah.
a steamed restaurant.
Right.
Well, the big crutch of the whole, the crux, I should say the crux.
Is it wait, as a potential investor, I'm very worried. Is this a crutch or is this the crux?
Well, as with most business opportunities, the crux of any restaurant usually turns out to be the crutch. Like that place where you eat completely in the dark.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's where I feed people pubes.
Wait, you work there?
I was who could tell? No one knew. It was all dark.
I assume people knew because you have that glow in the dark
Oh shit.
paint, and then they go.
I lasted 2 days.
Yeah, I remember reading
I
that story.
retired from there too.
Well, yeah, people kept going like, "Is that Jeff Hardy?"
Yeah, no wonder everybody was always looking at me.
And then they'd hear boink, and then you
I
hear
know,
you go,
it'd be
"Ow!"
like this. Ah,
And then boink,
ah,
boink.
ah.
Yeah. So that was you feeding them pubes.
Yeah, so the crux, or the crush, if you will,
I
of
will.
the restaurant
I will.
is it's in a steam room.
Wow. Okay. So, what is the dress code for this restaurant then?
I'm glad you asked, Scott Narver.
You're
Steven
welcome.
Sears, I'm glad. I know you guys are big fashionistas. Black tie.
Bl-
Full on winter weather black tie, including overcoats.
Okay.
Top hats, wool, fur, you got it, you name it, you wear it.
Jeff, that's going to be rather uncomfortable sitting in a steam room.
Team
Is steam.
Steam. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. That's going to be really an uncomfortable
Would
dining
you want a bunch of
experience.
sweaty naked people in the steam room while they're having fried clams?
Maybe. Depends on what they look like.
Now, man, that's just like a really good point, because you don't want to be looking at sweaty ugly people. You don't want to be looking at sweaty pretty people, because no matter what, when people sweat, they always look like they're taking a dump.
I mean, yeah, exactly. And if I were you, I would have the smoking and non-smoking section. I'd have an ugly section and a beautiful section.
Hey, it doesn't matter, because ugly people become beautiful and beautiful people become ugly once they start sweating, because everybody looks like they're taking a dump when they're sweating.
Well, there you go.
Look at this picture. Look at this picture. I'm IMing you.
I can't.
Are you on AIM? What's your number on AIM? What do you got?
Well, I could tell you because I do use
Batista fan 97, huh? All right, let's just get this here.
All right.
Get this.
Well,
See if I can get this.
Jeff, so that's it. Wrestling is done for you, and you're now going to be a restaurateur.
Yeah, I'm joining the legendary ilks of such people as Hulk Hogan.
Right? I don't know who else is at a
What
restaurant.
other wrestlers started a
I
restaurant?
don't know. I think WCW may have had one briefly.
Oh, DDP's restaurant.
Was there a DDP restaurant?
Yeah, Diamond Dallas Thai.
That really-
Diamond Palace Thai.
Diamond Dallas Pad Thai?
Diamond Palace Thai.
I don't know. But...
It's Diamond Palace Thai.
Well, all right. Well, Jeff, this is very exciting. I hope you open up a restaurant in California. That'd be great. I'm not telling you what to do, but, I'm just, if you open one up in California.
Nah, man, the market's too hard out there.
Okay.
To open and close in a year. I know what it's like in Los Angeles.
Oh, well, there you go. There you have it. So Jeff Hardy, done with wrestling, is now...
And starting restauranting.
Okay, there you have it. Team Is Steam.
Thank you.
Opening...
when can I get that check from you for investing?
How much do you need?
Well, we're looking around a small initial investment, about $1.5 million.
Okay, well...
But
Jeff,
that's just for the land parcel. That's just for the land parcel.
Jeff, I'll be sure to IM you about that and let you know.
PayPal me. I even take Bitcoin.
Great. I don't know what that is. That sounds like
It's a cryptocurrency. I'll get you later.
Thank you, Jeff. Jeff Hardy.
Wow.
That's
Team Is Steam.
Yes.
Sounds like a good idea, but a little moist.
Doesn't sound like a good idea. Now that he's off the phone, I don't want to invest in that.
Have you ever had soup on a hot day?
Yes.
It's terrible.
That's what that place sounds like.
Yeah, so that entire restaurant sounds like soup on a hot day.
And you have nothing to talk about except for how uncomfortable you are sitting in the restaurant.
Oh, God, jeez. I can't believe we're eating so much hot soup on this hot day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Huh? God, I'm so glad that we're going on this blind date for this first time. Man, this hot soup is really good on this hot day, huh? So you like animals?
Would you take a date there?
I was just wondering if I'd ever ask a date if they like animals or not. Have you ever done that? Have you ever been on a date and asked a question and instantly regretted it? Yeah, I would totally take a date there because it sounds fucking just amazing.
I am currently in the process of trying to date right now, and most things that come out of my mouth is like, oh, God.
Yeah, but see, you're an
Oh,
interesting guy.
Jesus.
If I was a beautiful woman or a gay, I would totally date you.
What about
I don't know why I said
a
a gay. If I was just gay, I don't have to separate myself. If I was a portion of a gay man, 100% of a gay me would date you.
Would you take a lady that you're courting to a wrestling themed restaurant?
Oh God, yes.
Really?
Absolutely, yeah. I'm a big fan of honesty, of 100%. Because if you somehow get far enough down the line where you don't get to go to that wrestling themed restaurant with said date, imagine how disappointed you'd be.
Well, let me ask you this: how often do you watch wrestling with your lady friend?
Today was the first time in months.
Because it seems like you keep her as far away from it as you possibly can.
It's a toxic poison, and you really want to keep anybody important to you away from it. No, I think it's important.
She had so many interesting questions.
Yeah, she thought that Seth Rollins was Vanilla Ice. You remember that?
I do.
She called CM Punk.
She said, which one's CM Punk? Vanilla Ice or Naked Guy?
They're wearing underpants.
But
which I think, it was she had the first reaction that anyone else would. I think
logical questions.
Logical questions. If you can't take your date to a wrestling themed restaurant and you can't have a good time, then maybe, and you like wrestling, then I think you're in trouble. Then that's not the kind of date you want.
I am in trouble.
But it's like, unless it's something like, I only play Dungeons and Dragons with blind and deaf characters because that's blah, blah. And if it's so inaccessible that you can't share it with someone, well, then that I understand. But if it's something that you think that interested you enough to share with someone, and they don't want any part of it, why would you want to be with that person?
Listeners, do you share wrestling with your significant others? I know we have some lady listeners out there, but I know the majority of them are males. But do you sit them down occasionally and go like, okay, you got to watch this show, or, oh, you got to watch this match if you want to try and understand it or get it all while I'm doing this. And
my special lady friend, I have sat down with her at dinner and stuff and been like, oh, they're actually doing some really interesting stuff with blah, 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 and Brock Lesnar is back. And then I'm like, I'm sorry, Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar? Made out of Legos.
That's that's Bizarro Brock Lesnar, who shows up in Brock Lesnar, the animated series. Yeah. Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
He's a giant Lego.
And you can make him in Minecraft.
Yeah. Brock Lesnar?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, man, somebody keeps F5ing my base.
Do you have any announcements you'd like to make about your lady friend?
Yeah, we got engaged.
Hey, he did it.
Yep.
You didn't want to announce it on the podcast.
I didn't.
Before the
I
Christmas
was scared.
break.
I was nervous. And then I feel good about it. I feel really good about it. I think that's maybe why I feel so optimistic about the coming year. That's one of the things. I was like, well, I got that done. That's a good idea.
Good. She's seen Seth Rollins and CM Punk. I'm covered.
Yeah, I think I've revealed the darkest parts of myself to her.
So congratulations for that.
Thank you.
Listeners, how exciting is that? A wrestling fan is getting engaged.
I think it was a lot of listeners going, huh? Steve?
Really?
Well,
Great.
Guys, those hashtags helped. Thank you. Somebody finally got the message. And it was me.
Yeah, fuck Steve Sears.
Yeah.
Somebody should fuck him. That's very exciting news. Will you get married in 2014?
We have a very long engagement.
You know what I've heard is you can actually hire Howard Finkel to announce your wedding. He does it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty fantastic. I think I would just want him as a guest so he doesn't feel like he's working.
I don't know.
Hey, no, don't worry. He'll be working, Scott, because if you're there, you're going to be keeping him busy.
Well, listeners,
Hey, Mr. Finkel, Mr. Finkel, I just wanted to talk to you for a second, Mr. Finkel.
Mr. Finkel.
Mr. Finkel. Hey, how do you like the cake? Mr. Finkel, Mr. Finkel.
Do you know a cummerbund is called that because it can catch crumbs in the I don't know. I'm just trying to make conversation.
Hey, Mr. Finkel, did you know that Jimmy Hart is here? He's the mouth of the South. Did you know? Did you know, Mr. Finkel?
Listeners, if you have information on this and you can send me the Fink's pricing plans or any of that stuff, let me know. Hey, maybe that'll be a Kickstarter, huh, for Steve's wedding?
Oh, wow.
Wouldn't that be a fucking amazing wedding?
Doesn't Ric Flair also do
Yeah, he'll fuck your fiance.
Yeah, he will do
for $1,000.
Yeah. $2,000 for me.
And then if you ever have a daughter, take her to prom.
Yeah, that's right. How much was that for him to take daughters to prom?
Way too much money for him doing something awful.
It's not just the cash price. I think it's the emotional cost.
God.
I think it's also up there.
Dad, I don't want to go out with your
Come on! It's the nature boy. Get out there.
His forehead's weird.
Come on.
What's with the hair in the back of his head?
Hey, come on. Ric Flair, this is my daughter. So sometimes my voice sounds like a balloon that's just dying.
Mm-hmm.
Homie.
Well,
Can you do? Wait, I'm sorry. Can you do
a Marge?
A Marge? I just realized this last night. Nobody can do a Marge impression. Every time it sounds like a fucking animal dying. No, this is mine. Ready? Homie. Lisa needs braces.
Oh my God.
It's really bad.
sounds really terrible.
It's like a clown melting.
It is like a clown melting. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, we shouldn't do impressions on this show.
No, that's we've got all those guests to do it for us.
Exactly. And to close out this Happy New Year of 2014, you know, we thought about doing a recap, but why bother? Why do a recap when we should look into the future? And who should look into the future more than Vince McMahon himself?
That guy is a corporate icon.
Chairman of the WWE, and figuring out, maybe we'll get some spoilers, what's on tap, and what's to come.
Is he
we
here?
haven't
Should
had
I
him
call
on
him? What do
well.
we got?
He's on. We call him.
Oh yeah,
he
of
doesn't
course.
like to come by.
I would be able to feel him.
I
if he was
send him.
here.
I send him evites every week to stop on by. Every time he doesn't even look at him. You know how it notifies you who looked at him.
Yeah, it's too technological. Why are you sending him evites?
He doesn't look at him.
What you need to do is send him a pigeon with the severed head of one of his enemies. Or
That's
a
good
team
thinking.
of pigeons, because that one pigeon would just not be able to get off the ground.
That's true.
The head is like 15 pounds.
Is it?
Yeah, the human brain's like 6 pounds alone. And then you got the skull and...
Not mine. Not with all the wrestling I watch.
Wait, what?
Shriveled up.
Oh, I was like, I guess that's a lot of information.
And then in 1985,
Mr. Finkel.
Yeah, so let's call Vince and see. See
Oh,
what-
God,
see what
Jesus. I pressed it like 5 minutes ago. He's been listening to us.
The hell is all this?
Mr. McMahon?
What?
Hi, sorry about that. I got so carried away that I pressed your line.
I've been on mute because I've been screaming at you.
Oh, jeez. I'm sorry.
You think Howard Finkel's gonna come to your wedding gasoline? You
I-
think he's gonna come to your wedding gasoline?
That was just suggested. I don't really have an interest.
Oh, you think so, huh? You
Well-
think that's gonna happen? You think you're gonna have nuptials with Howard Finkel, WWE famer there?
Are you available, Mr. McMahon?
I am available.
You
but
are?
I choose not to go.
Oh, come on!
How many pluses do I get?
Well, for you, sir, 3.
3 pluses.
That's 3 pluses.
Oh,
Most people
that's-
get a +1. You get 3 pluses.
That'd be Stephanie,
Shane.
Triple H, and
Shane.
Linda.
Oh, come on!
What are you serving?
What?
What are my options for food?
We haven't gotten to the menu yet.
Oh, Jesus Christ. When are you going to get to the menu? That's the most important part.
A bowl full of olives.
Uh-huh.
Saw that on a Golden Corral commercial.
Oh, I've seen that ad.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, did it look like the fudge piece was being put under nacho cheese?
It looks like a fudge bar being put in nacho cheese.
Yeah, on the nacho fountain.
Mhm.
Yeah. Hey, what's Shane McMahon doing? Do you think?
The hell is all this? I thought you had questions
I'm
for
sorry.
me. You're just making chit-chat.
You know what, Mr. McMahon? I feel.
Waste my damn time.
I know.
I got a big ear ahead.
You do. You have a huge ear head. I feel so fortunate every time I get to talk to you. I'm sorry if I make it too casual. Let's get down to business. All right. Thank you for being on the show. What is?
Jesus, now you're just killing time.
That's not true.
You have me on the phone for God's sake.
Mr. McMahon.
Yammering on.
Mr.
Oh,
McMahon.
and by the way, I'd like to say this too. You're like credits through a movie. It just go on forever.
No.
Nobody needs to be thanked. We get it. It's a movie. A bunch of people make it. Look it up on the internet.
All right, let's get to the stinger at the end that everybody wants to see, which is the extra footage, okay? So what is happening in 2014?
2014.
Tell me about the state of wrestling 2014.
Well, no, thank you. The state of sports entertainment.
What?
State of sports entertainment.
I don't want to hear about sports entertainment. I want to hear about some good old-fashioned wrestling.
I'm going to hang up right now.
Please
I'm
don't
gonna hang up. You mentioned that dirty word again.
No, look, you know, Mr. McMahon, I'm going to play my cards, right? But I think you don't know how to hang up your phone. I think you're a billionaire and you don't know how to do that.
I hung up a while ago if I knew how to do it.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think you would have hung up a while ago. Where
Siri,
are you?
Siri, hang up the phone.
No, where are you? Which room in the house are you in? Are you in the bathroom or the kitchen? Where?
I'm in a new room. I don't know what room this is.
Which room are you in, Mr. McMahon?
I think I'm in the Hulk Hogan room.
Are you okay? Are you safe?
No, there's a bunch of orange in this room and yellow and red. Makes me very uncomfortable.
Are you outside?
No, there's a ceiling in here.
Okay, sounds like you're inside. But you are in your mansion, correct,
I'm in
Mr.
my
McMahon?
mansion in Connecticut, and this is the Hulk Hogan room.
You are in the Hulk Hogan room.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Please tell me about the state of sports entertainment
in 2014.
pertaining to wrestling.
As you all know, I heard that, you son of a bitch.
Heard what?
Wrestling is gone.
Okay.
It's dead. As of 2014, it is officially dead. And I am proud to say that in the months of January through April, the only months that matter, because the rest is all filler, as you all know, for all you little stupid marks where you get all your excitement of if you want Daniel Bryan to win the title and all that. Well, that's just filler because no one gives a shit then. It's all just done and stupid stuff. And CM Punk is doing something. Who cares? It's January. Batista's coming back.
That's right.
Brock Lesnar's here.
That's right.
Probably going to get Hulk Hogan in the mix too.
What?
Oh, the big guys.
The big strong guys.
So all your Daniel Bryans and your Sin Caras and all your little wrestling technicians go on the underside of things. They are just going to be dead and buried. We're going to have Triple H doing something. He's a big, strong guy, too. He's going to be in the mix of doing something.
Mr. McMahon, Mr. McMahon.
Yeah.
Mr. McMahon, if I could interrupt. It sounds
Oh,
like...
you have?
Yes, I have.
Now you're talking about that.
Mr. McMahon,
You're talking
Mr.
about what
McMahon.
you're doing like it's commentary track.
Mr. McMahon, that plan does not sound very different from 2013, 2012, or 2011, for that matter.
It's a formula.
It is. It sounds like
it's
a
working
formula.
These sheep just buy into it every year. That these are the months that matter. You get the casual fans jumping in because they go, oh, Batista's coming back. He's going to win the Royal Rumble and then face Randy Orton in a whole evolution thing, win the title, and then when he leaves again, I don't know, drop it to Roman Reigns or Dean Ambrose, one of your little technician guys, or we'll flip a coin for it.
Roman Reigns is a technician guy?
I don't know. He's a guy that he's not that big, so
He's a big guy.
he's kind of big, but he's not that.
God, he's a big
He's
guy.
not that.
He's a
big.
big guy.
He's all right, but one of those guys will take the title off of Batista, and then those are the months where no one really gives a shit again, and we can do whatever we want, and then all the little marks can get all excited and everything.
Well, for those months, are those pay-per-views going to be still available on cable, or are they going to be only available on the WWE network?
Sure. Why not?
Fair enough. Thank
Till
you, Mr.
next
McMahon.
January, it doesn't really make a difference.
Okay, thank you, Mr. McMahon.
Batista, huh?
Very excited
he's
for
big.
him.
He's 300 pounds. Brock Lesnar, he's 300 pounds. Hulk Hogan, he's 300 pounds.
And he slammed a 5,000-pound giant.
Mhm.
That's right.
15,000-pound giant. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. It's the season of the big men. The time when it matters.
January to April?
January to April. The road to WrestleMania. And then we'll do something with Rey Mysterio afterwards.
Okay, all right.
Huh?
All right.
Because he's tiny.
Yes. Well, Mr. McMahon, it sounds like you've got a good plan, a good formula for 2014. I'm excited to see how you're going to do that same thing this year, but in a more exciting
Are
way.
you excited for WrestleMania 30?
Yeah,
That
Triple
means
X.
something because, it's 3-0.
Yeah.
So we're going to do something special.
Yeah, what are you doing? What's
You guess you have to pay to find out.
that? Apparently so. New Orleans, right?
Batista. He's going to take it all and then get some celebrities. I don't know, maybe we'll get a Dane Cook. He's big right now.
Well, sort of.
Big time comedian, yes sirree. And maybe a big movie star perhaps, huh?
Like Chris Pratt from Community or Guardians of the
Paul Walker, yeah. Maybe a little showdown with The Rock with Paul Walker.
I don't think that he's available.
Of course he's available. When Vince McMahon calls, you're available.
All right,
And get a Paul Walker in there, huh?
I don't want to
Maybe
be
a little political crossover. Maybe we'll call Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela. That's right. Bridget. Political ties. Oh, it'll be great. I tell you, I'm just bubbling over the idea.
Well, Mr. McMahon, you really sound excited by these plans for WrestleMania 30.
I am excited. Can you imagine the publicity we'll get? Nelson Mandela and Paul Walker in a match against, I don't know, we'll get The Rock and, the Real Americans. It'll be a handicap match. Think of that. Paul Walker and Nelson Mandela versus The Rock and the Real Americans. That'll be a hell of a match.
That's Hulk Hogan and who?
Oh, yeah, sure. Throw Hulk Hogan in there, too.
Who's the Real
It's
American?
even. Hulk Hogan, Nelson Mandela, and Paul Walker versus The Rock and the Real Americans.
Who are the Real Americans?
Who are the Real Americans? That's Antonio Cesaro and Jack Swagger.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was a trick question. I thought we were the Real Americans.
No. See, it's all ironic because they're really jerks about the whole thing.
Oh, I got you. That's very clever.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like 2014 is shaping up to be a hell of a year, Mr. McMahon.
Shaping up to be a hell of a year. Sports entertainment, Paul Walker, Nelson Mandela.
Thank you.
WrestleMania 30.
I can't wait to see that.
Batista.
Can't wait to see that
Brock
t-shirt.
Lesnar, Nelson Mandela. How do I hang up the phone?
All right, we'll hang up on. Thank you very much for joining
You're
us.
gonna hang up on me.
No.
Son of a bitch.
No, I'll put you on hold. Okay.
All right.
And then you can figure out how to hang up on us. All right?
Shane, hang up this phone.
Is Shane there? Is Shane there? Lost him. Scott. What a scoop.
Why didn't you tell him?
What?
Why didn't you tell him those guys were dead?
I did not have the heart to tell him.
Oh, gee whiz.
What Mr. McMahon wants, Mr. McMahon apparently gets.
He gets it. And we're going to get it because he'll give it all to us at WrestleMania 30. So exciting. So, in closing, a quick little plug for the Damn Good Wrestling Podcast, hosted by Tom Anstey of Wrestling Memes. Features us on every episode. Features a little curtain jerks every episode. Did you know this, everybody? We're on the latest episode as well, episode number 6, with John Bradshaw Layfield.
Which segment is it?
What do you mean?
Which segment of ours is on their show?
He plays the Christmas Carol, the Vince's Christmas Carol that we did from long ago.
Oh, not John Bradshaw Layfield's personal assistant?
No.
No.
For some reason he didn't play that one.
That would have been funny.
So yeah, we share airwaves with John Bradshaw Layfield, and Heel Book's on that episode too. They got this great Christmas song, and so go check that out. Listen to that episode. Rate, review them on iTunes, and of course we have our wrestling pronunciation manual every week. Monday and Thursday we have new episodes. We've had Goldust, we've had Jeff Jarrett, we've had Wade Bear, we've had Vince McMahon. We got more guys doing more
Relevant guys relevant to wrestling relevancy.
That's right, and there will be repeats and all new stuff on there, so check that out at youtube.com/curtainjerkspodcast. And that wraps up this week. So happy New Year, everybody. For Curtain Jerks, I'm Scott Narver.
And I'm Steve Sears.
Who's engaged. Congratulations, and enjoy your wrestling, kids.
You have received this transmission from the Comedy Podcast Network. For more shows, visit comedypodcastnetwork.com.